Alright, this is another little quick play game on Havana. For seriously practicing, I'd always recommend ranked. It's way more consistent, but this is a little quick play. I like to roll out on the right side here, or rather like the high ground area on a lot of heroes, especially the quick ones. It's good to note, I've gotten myself in this habit of when I play Tracer or fast heroes, I always, once I kind of get towards where I want to go, I always look back and check with my team because it's good to remember you're way faster than them. And if you go getting into a fight, because you're there, that doesn't, you're just going to have the whole enemy team look and dunk on you because your team's not ready yet. A lot of them, even if they're getting to the fight, they probably use their cooldowns to get to the fight. So even if they're present, they're not going to have they're not going to have their cooldowns to help you. It's always good to get in the habit of doing a little look back, check where your team is, just so you have that reminder of where you're allowed to be. A little scouting. I see Hanzo. That sucks. I've alerted this Hanzo now. I know I need to get out. I don't even wait for him to look at me. I sprinkled the Hanzo. Time to move. And I get stuck on this door, actually. That sucks. At this point, I want to get away from him. This little baby door over here, that could be fine. But I opted to go. I see, they're over here. I opted to try and do a little bit of a deeper flank because no one was in this room or anything like that. I do notice though, Hanzo has followed me. This is a range where you can't fight. Tracer cannot fight this range. She just explodes, especially to Hanzo. So it's time for me to run the heck away. If I were like up in this doorway, I could try and blink behind him and do a proper duel. But you lose every time to a Hanzo. So it's time to run. And luckily, there just so happens to be two juicy targets right here. This is within my effective range. I'm on the outside of the enemy team. Like there's nobody flanking me over here, or at least there shouldn't be. If there is, then sucks. But I don't hear an Ana or anything spamming. So yeah, I've got two juicy targets right here, but just keep an ear open. This Hanzo is still running at me, and so I'm going to continue rotating cover to cover. I'm going to shoot these guys while I do it, but still running from this Hanzo. You want to stay aware of, people like to chase Tracer. You always got to keep in mind who has seen you and whether or not they're running after you. So at this point, I've got this guy running after me. I would have dueled him at some point, but the whole map, this area over here in that room, medium range, I can't fight him there, so that's a bad place to duel. This tiny hallway is not a great place to duel, and now I've also got a Torb, shooting at me that I've aggroed. So this is, it's not that I'm necessarily unwilling to fight a Hanzo. Sometimes you gotta. And a lot of times it's a good idea to fight for the space that you're in. Don't just give it up for free. But it's not, I've done the math, it's not a duel that I'm going to win. So I would rather live and distract people than take a bad duel and die. Like I said in the other video on Havana, like a lot of dive heroes, the great thing about them is that if the fight's not going well for you, you can just leave. A hit scan, like if a Genji walks up on you when you're playing Cassidy, you got to hit your shots or you die. Like that's just what it is. Like you've got to hit your shots or you die. Genji and Tracer and heroes like that, they have the option to, if the fight doesn't go well, just leave and try again in 10 to 15 seconds. So yeah, I'm trying to stay safe while I'm doing this. Again, this whole time I've been staying on short range angles, trying to go around the outside of the fight, not through it, and just trying to stay aware of my surroundings. At this point, Torb's still looking at me. I could try and shoot Lifeweaver more, but maybe I should have tried to shoot Lifeweaver more. I don't know. He's hard to kill. But I want to kind of re-scout, see what's going on. This is my safe little place right now. The fight's happening on the other side of the wall behind me. This is my little base of operations. I've got a Mega. I've got multiple angles. I could go the left area around the outside of the map. I could go, to my right now. There's main. I've got people's backs right here. Doom is used as cooldowns, and now he's low. I'm already in his back line, on a short range angle, ready to punish him as he's getting out. This is, Tracer is, like Genji, is a patience hero a lot of the time, and if you chill in the areas of the map that you're really good in, a lot of times opportunities will happen. You don't need to try and force them. If I tried to force a fight on the Hanzo, if I tried to force a fight on this Torb over here earlier, or on the other side, if I tried to fight for, I might just die. But by, staying involved in the fight, but safely, you'll find yourself with good opportunities like this. So Doom, he used this block. I don't even think I contributed too much to shooting it because I think it was behind him. And now their team is backing up, and I'm full health, full cooldowns, ready for them. Destroy that turret. This is a life lesson, by the way. Let's see. At this point, I got really cocky. This Hanzo was reacting so slowly and turning so slowly that I was like, surely I'll get him. And I disrespected the Hanzo. I broke the rule of not peeking someone who's looking at you, and I immediately got punished. I'll show you in slow motion what I'm thinking. So this Hanzo walks out in front. I do some damage. Again, with Hanzo, I don't even wait for him to turn. I'm already in cover. And then I want to peek him again because I know he's really low. And I want to do so with a blink because I don't want him to pre-fire the corner at me. So I blink out, ready to look at where he was. He's gone. So, and I saw him over here on my left. So I expect he's going to turn towards me in a moment because he saw me blink over here. So, my target's gone. I might tickle the Doom a little bit, but my highest priority right now, I assume Hanzo's about to look at me. So my highest priority is to blink behind the Hanzo and get out of his line of sight. Blinding. It turns out Hanzo did not react at all to me peeking. Fully unaware. So now I've blinked right in front of the Hanzo, and this is, scary. But I do notice that he doesn't seem to be super sharp. And I see him turning. Look at that turn. I see him turn real slowly. So I have no blinks. I almost have one blink. I've got no blinks, but I've definitely got enough bullets to clip him. And I'm feeling so cocky. Like, I'm so sure that this Hanzo's about to die because he's, reacted really slowly, and I'm dumbstring him right now. So I break the rule. He's looking straight at me. And I continue to fight him. He missed. Oh, no. That's the one he gets. But yeah, this is, you can't break the rule. If you break the rule, you'll die. That's straight up just what it is. So let that be a lesson. I was really laughing at myself after that one. Let's see. By the way, if you don't know this little spot, it's real useful for getting up towards the point or this high ground. Any character can do this. This little blue bell fella right here, you can jump on that and get up this way. Even tanks, everybody can do it. So the scout. Now I want a close range angle. I could blink down to this pillar, and that's very close range, but honestly, I mean, it could be fine, but I don't really want to get, none of my team is down there. I don't really want to get that deep, alone, even if I've got the cooldowns. I know there's a bunch of people. I can't quite see them. I don't know what's going on. So my only escape would be to either recall or like run away back into this room, which requires like 2 blinks to get safe. It'd be like a blink into the door and then a blink away. So I can't really play in here. It's too far. I don't, the fight's going on right now. I don't have time to go all the way around the back. So the best angle I have right now is just main. So I'm going to post up right here. And I'm not going to swing this corner. I'm not peeking out into the enemy team. That's how you get blasted by, Doomfist, Hanzo, Torb spam. That's how you get blasted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on this corner. There is no more effective range than me standing right here. And, if someone walks right here, they're getting chunked for whatever damage my gun does. Like, they're going to take so much damage. And I'm going to remain safe by just chilling here. Oops. So this Doomfist, after I start shooting him, he walks up, he wants to take some space, I start shooting him, he charges up a punch for me. That's fine. I'm not peeking this corner. I'm not taking spam. I am tucking back into this corner, and he cancels his punch. By virtue of me, like, I didn't even do that much damage, just by virtue of me being in a dangerous position and not giving them free, like, hits on me, I've done some damage to Doomfist. He wasted his punch. Junkrat's, walking up to do more damage to him, and this Doomfist is going to back off because he's low. So, like, all of that, on paper, it's not fancy. All it is just playing a part of the map where you can hold space. I don't want them to walk on point. If they want to walk on point, they're going to have to come through here. So I'm not going to give them free damage. I'm just going to chill on my corner, and if they walk up close, I'm going to punish them for it. And sometimes that's honest Overwatch, is you stand on your corner, and if they walk up on you, you shoot them. But you stay safe the whole time. And now that he's used his cooldowns and he's really low, this is when I feel more comfortable chasing this guy. I've got 3 blinks. I've got my recall. Doomfist was super low. The supports are going to be on him. This is when I'm ready to try my luck for an opportunity. That's when I choose to move up. Doomfist is further away, but Torb got left behind. And now that I'm up here, I know, I wouldn't want to just walk across here because that's really dangerous, but I got full cooldowns. I can just blink and finish this guy off. No problem. And right here, I'm going to do the exact same thing I did on point. Here's main. I'm not going to peek it. I'm not going to full swing this corner where there could be, I don't know how many people. Honestly, I haven't really been watching the kill feed that well, so I don't know, there could be Lifeweaver, Hanzo, Kiriko over here. Not interested in taking that spam. I'm going to do very little exposing myself, and I'm just going to shoot whoever walks up into my face. Doomfist is a little far now. I'm kind of checking my back to see if there's a better target. He's all I really got. That's fine. I'm not... Now, this is a little dangerous. I saw him go back. I know this cover's here, so I wanted to do a little bit more damage to him. But I get aggressive, jump into main, and I'm immediately going to get punished. There's a Hanzo right up there. I should be dead. That's what I get for peeking main, alone as a tracer. Like, my tank's not up here. I don't even know where my tank is. I haven't been paying attention. So yeah, this is silly. I got punished for this immediately. And there's my recall. Now, not only did I get punished by getting chunked by Hanzo, so I made a mistake by getting over-aggressive and greedy by peeking into main. I got chunked by Hanzo and had to recall. And now, what do I hear? I hear this Kiriko. I hear her footsteps in this room over here. This is really good dueling, well, okay, this is fine dueling around for Tracer. Kiriko wants to, this is a good Kiriko, by the way, and I don't know this yet, but I'm going to find it out. She's not a bad Kiriko. And I don't want her on this flank. This is my space, so I'm going to fight her for it. But I just got punished for making a mistake earlier. I just got punished, and now I don't have my recall. And again, that's the price of being greedy in main. You get chunked, chasing someone, you use your recall, and now I'm about to take this important fight. I don't have my resources. Like, this Kiriko is about to honestly kind of fuck me up. So, anyway, I heard her steps, and I want to fight her for this flank. I don't want her farming my team from over here. So I'm being careful. I would rather get the drop on her than her get the drop. You know, so I'm chilling, waiting for her to peek this door. A lot of times, if I know someone's gonna walk through a doorway, I will wait like a little bit wider than I am now, and when I see them, I'll blink through the door behind them. And that will surprise a lot of people if they don't know you're there. I'll wait for them to walk out into my vision. I'll blink behind them into the room and, you know, try and clip them out or something. But I don't know what's in that room. There could be, I don't know, there could be Torb Hanzo in that room. I don't know. So that's dangerous. I don't want to do that. So right now, I'm just trying to hold this space. I'm not necessarily trying to, like, you know, I don't have to necessarily get this a limb, but I want to fight her for this space. Even though in reality I don't have my recall, so that I shouldn't be here. If I got distracted and forgot that I didn't have my recall, so being here without like my team right on me. Where's my team at? Yeah, my team is nowhere near me. Or rather, let me be clear, I'm nowhere near my team. If I have recall, this isn't such a big deal, but this is where we're holding right now, and me being up here without my most important cooldown is low-key throwing. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Anyway, I want to fight her for this space. So I'm ready to blink behind her. I don't want to blink into the room, though, so I'm not going to do that. She does an okay job. I blink this way. She knows I'm here. Like, she saw me blink back here. I would rather not peek this door, because if I peek first, she's going to nail me with a kunai. So I'm, you know, again, I'm being patient. I want her to peek into me so that I can then, you know, blink where she's not expecting. I'm being chill. And we both kind of peek at the same time. I get nailed with 2 kunai. This is where I would recall. I have no recall. I don't have enough health to blink into the room behind her to get the health pack, and I should be dead here. It's only, she doesn't kill me, but it's only because she misses some kunai. Like, I hear them flying past my ears. I should absolutely be dead and punished for that. Now I'm just gonna this healing. And now here the fight is like really starting. I have no health, and my recall is only just now coming back, and I'm like over here begging for healing. Like, my supports have better things to do right now as the fight's starting than heal this Tracer back here in our own backline. That's crazy. Like, I shouldn't be here. And now, like, you know, now that I've been forced here, like, what am I supposed to do right now? I've gotten myself in this position where I have all the angles over here are long range. No one's on point, you know, like my tank's on point, but like I guess I could stand here on point in front of a Hanzo dragon while Doom, you know, like jumps in here. They have a tree up. Like, I've put myself in such a bad position, and this all came from being lazy in main. It was greed, and all, you know, it was just a big cascade. They got to be real careful and diligent about you know, being greedy and chasing people. Okay, so I saw Kiriko was pushing up, so that was as good a chance as any as I was going to get. I came over here, and while she was close, I tried to, you know, drop on her. She is immediately fighting back. She's a good Kiriko, and I blinked behind her to save, you know, a moment of damage. Right now, though, I'm in the middle of everything. I'm in the middle of the open. There's a Hanzo right here looking at me, a Kiriko trying to fight me, you know, God knows what over here. I'm in the open, and I've got no cover. So my priority right now is to get safe. So I have another blink back here. Now I'm in a little bit more cover. This is still, I don't want to be in front of her right now. She can do so much more damage to me than I can to her. So I need to, my priority is getting out of her line of sight. I shouldn't even be fighting right there. Yeah, I'm back in the thing. I see Hanzo's coming for me now. And exactly what I said earlier about doors, I like to doors as an element of surprise. So I'm going to wait here for him to walk up on the door, and then I'm going to blink behind him. That's a false bomb.
Ladies and gentlemen, recalled.
It's really so important to use that element of surprise on Tracer. And that it really helps whenever you have people chasing you to just lead them around a corner and use that corner to isolate them and get the drop on them like this. Like that Hanzo was fine until he followed me away from his team.
Out with a bang.
Right now, there's not a whole lot for me to do. Everybody's far away. The fight has been won by other people. I guess I got the Hanzo. Now I'm going to make another mistake. This Kiriko that has been, playing quite well, is in a corner where I cannot, if you imagine where I can make her look right now, Tracer wants to make her opponents look all over the place. I can only make her look from, here to like here. That's nothing. There's no juking this Kiriko right now. She's in a corner. And she's at her favorite range. So, the fight's won. I shouldn't be risking my life to fight her, but I'm going to do so anyway. I tried to use cover, and but it really, it's just not enough. Watch it from her perspective. She never loses track of me. I'm not making her do anything crazy. The left to right was okay, but it was just so easy for her to just throw kunai at me and make me die. There was no blinking behind her for me because she was in that corner. So I should not have taken that fight. It was totally my own doing. And I think we might win. Short range off angle. Yeah, that's just the end of that one. Right. On a lot of heroes, usually you end up, the team as a whole kind of wants to go out this door on the top area. Some teams will and some teams won't. This is where you generally ought to be fighting from. It's the high ground. It's an important part of the map. As Tracer, I don't like going through this door myself because there's a lot of spam that happens on this door. I go over here, and you'll see the angle that it gives you. It's really nice. So I'm right here. If there's a fight starting right here, then I have the option to go around the left and fight them from down over here and shoot up that way. I can use these stairs and just kind of head peek a little bit. I can hop over here and get really crazy aggressive and blink over there. You just have a little bit more cover, and you're not going to catch all the spam from this door. So I hear the Kiriko. I know it doesn't look like they're coming out here. I hear the Kiriko. She might be alone because I don't really hear much else going on. So I'm just kind of scouting. I don't want to catch kunai. I just want to see where everybody's at. So right now, this part of the map is really powerful. This little ledge right here. This whole area where me and Wuyong are, Wuyong can get mad spam damage. He can totally spam these people out, no problem. The tanks are going to fight there. That's totally good. But this isn't really my effective range. I have good sight lines from here. I've got some cover, but I'm only tickling. I'm only tickling from here. So I need to find a better angle, and you'll see me do that little by little. I just want to get closer and closer and closer to the enemy. So this isn't good. I'm going to move over here. I was checking. I think I saw Doom charging a punch. So I was seeing if he was going to end up here and I would spam him in the back, but he didn't. So I'm over here. This is a little, in front of the enemies for my taste. I don't really like this. It's still kind of far also. So I don't really want to be here either. But their team is coming in through here, so this area of the map is pretty good. So I'm just going to keep going. I see Kiriko to my left. I'm on the and now here we are. Now I found an angle just by getting a little bit deeper and a little bit closer and a little bit closer and staying in cover the whole time. Now I've got literally all of my blinks The fight's still, people have used cooldowns, but I guess Ram is Nemesis. But neither team is full committed yet. I've got all my cooldowns. I have someone very close to me, like within my effective range. I have high ground. I can blink right or left for cover. This is ideal. And I didn't even roll out on necessarily like the perfect angle. Even whenever you need to rotate throughout the fight, you always want to be just looking for the best angle that you can find. And so far, this has led me here. That's what I'm going to shoot from. I force Kiriko out. She teleports. So, I mean, that's value. And now I want to get a little closer. My team's pushing up. So I'm going to find a way to shoot them from an angle that is not main necessarily and be safe. Well, first I'm going to cap point. Tracer is really good for capping point or pushing cart sort of thing because she can get back into the fight really quickly. So sometimes that's just your job on Tracer is to be the one who's willing to spend a couple seconds on point so that because you can get back to the fight real quick. Blink over here. I don't know if you knew you could do this. There's a lot of little spots where you can blink up a ledge and surprise people. I hear the important things I hear right now. The big fight's happening over here, and I hear Bastion form, meaning he's kind of stationary and he's about to be squishy. Right now, Bastion form, he has a lot of armor and damage reduction, but he's about to be out of cooldowns. So I always take note of that. So I wait for his form to end. Oops. I also just heard Suzu, which is good to know. That means you can do some damage and you have an opening there. You have some opportunity. Here's Suzu. Kiriko's not ready for me. He gets clipped. That's just what happens whenever you have a good surprise. I'm really glad Hanzo died there because he could have been a problem with this little sword. So you'll notice there's an on my left, and you should be concerned if you blink and you find yourself in between two enemies. An on my left and a Bastion on my right is not great. A lot of times this is the exact kind of thing that will get you killed. So I know I need to be fast. I know I need to play some cover, so I'm going to try and be behind this wall, clip out Bastion, and get the hell out because I don't want to get slept. I don't want to get naded. But I've got my cooldowns. So it's okay. It's a risk. But I'm behind this. Well, I don't know if I'm behind the wall enough, actually. See? Did she just not notice me? I think Ana might just not have noticed. Okay. Well, Ana just fully didn't notice me, but we'll pretend that, you should be careful. Be careful with that. Trying to get rid of Bastion. I mess up my blink here. Let me show you exactly how I messed up my blink, because I do this. I need to work on this myself. So I tend to blink diagonally sometimes when I don't mean to, and I'll show you what that looks like in case you haven't noticed yourself doing it. Okay, so I want to blink right here. I want to do a forward blink, turn 190 degrees, and finish clipping out Bastion. What I accidentally do is I'm trying to round this corner, so I'm holding forward and right. So I end up in this corner, not at all where I intended to be, and totally miss out. So be careful about that. I need to work on that myself. It's just a mechanical thing. Just be careful when you're doing your blink 180s that you're only holding forward or whatever button. There we go. All right, fight's over. I'm gonna go back. So now I'm looking for my next angle. As Tracer, as any dive hero, especially, just any hero in general, you want to set up before fights. You want to find what angle is going to be the best. This angle over here worked last time because it was a surprise, and I dropped on them in the middle of the fight. But there's not a lot like this angle over here. This angle right here is a little bit long range and not very flexible for. Oh, there's not even a door there. Wait, I kind of thought there was a door here. There's not. So yeah, if you start the fight over here, this is rough. You're gonna get spammed out from a range that you can't be effective. It's not gonna be surprising. It only worked as a last time because I dropped on them when they weren't expecting it. So I don't really want to start my fight there. I'm looking for an angle that is close range at the beginning of the fight, and where I can contribute even before my team is, I don't want to make my team just do all the heavy lifting and drop in at the end. I want to contribute for the whole fight. So I see my Ana is over here alone. She's doing a great job of, I mean, someone should be watching this door because this is, you can expect that the enemy team should come out of this door, take this powerful position, and then come to point. So I don't want her to be alone over there. She's going to get run over if they do come out. So I at least want to be in the same sphere. I want to help her out. I even say hello. So yeah, I want to be over here, spread out a little bit. This is a much, look at this. This is a much more effective angle for me than the one over on the left. They're going to be walking, someone might come up here, I can duel them, but otherwise they're going to be walking right under this bridge, and if they fight at main, I can just peek out and do a ton of damage to people that aren't looking at me. This is the kind of angle you want to look for. I'm scouting to see if anybody's going for my Ana. There's nobody there. Just seeing where people are. I see, Kiriko, Bastion's looking at me. So I need to be aware that I can't peek out there for free at the moment. I don't know how I didn't get hit by that grenade, but that was lucky. I blinked. So it's at least someone is aware that I'm here. I need to be careful. I'm just doing little baby peeks just for scouting. I just did my damage and left. I didn't overstay my welcome there. I just did what I could. Your aim and tracking is all right. You actually can do a good little bit. I'm also kind of scared of that Kiriko because I know look how quickly she turned to me. This is why it's important not to overstay your welcome. Like immediate. I do some damage. She's immediately looking for me and throws a kunai. She's already back in the fight. This is really solid, honestly. But look, that little bit of damage I did, I want to show you how much that can help in this fight from her perspective. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna tickle her twice. Once, reload. There's a little bit of extra damage. So that was a solid amount of damage, but it wasn't like I didn't have to jump in. I didn't have to commit a bunch of cooldowns. It wasn't like a crazy feat of aim, it was very simple. It wasn't putting myself in much danger. And that all comes from my position on the map, like the angle I chose to take before the fight. And it comes from peeking at the right time when the enemies are focused on something else and they're not looking at me. So this fight feels miserable from Kiriko's perspective. I'm just going to play this from her perspective. Getting hit. There's her Suzu. Her Doom is in. Her Bastion's taking a ton of poke. She has no Suzu for Doom right now, who's in there. She gets good damage on that guy. And she just gets spammed out. There's just so much happening that she can't keep up with. This Kiriko is, I've been saying it this whole time, this Kiriko is solid. Every time when she throws a kunai at the one kunai at the Junkrat, headshot. She's thrown one kunai at me, it was at head level. It could have been a headshot. This Kiriko is really dangerous if we let her throw a whole bunch of kunai everywhere. We don't want her fighting. We want her stuck healing people that are taking way too much damage to be healed. Reaper just came out of that room over there, critical. Doom is about to go back in. Her Bastion already used form and was low and had to be healed. Ana can't peek anybody. This Ana has been stuck back here doing nothing but healing. Meanwhile, look at my Ana. Just chilling up here. Full fight. She's Shooting Doom. She helps me out. Oh wait, even before that, but yeah, she was fighting the Doom when he came in earlier. He went out. I was fighting a Reaper. You know, it's whatever. Doom goes in. She shoots him some more. She has time to check her angle. Shoot Doom again. Look how easy this looks. She goes to a better angle. She could probably sleep nade this Bastion. She could poke him a little bit. Just about. She forces Nano on this Bastion. This Bastion was about to die, and we got Nano out just to keep him alive. And now he's shooting a Ram Shield. My Wuyong. Okay. This is what my Wuyong is doing. Chilling. Literally just chilling. And part of this is because their team aren't, you know, their team is not taking good angles. They're just fighting in main. But, you know, also ours, you know, Wuyong, hundreds and hundreds of damage just in that little bit. You know, Ana, chilling. Shooting Doom a couple times, heal here and there, not in danger. Absolutely, you know, almost killed Bastion, forced an enemy ult just to save the Bastion. Versus this Kiriko fighting for her life. You know, like stressed out, fighting for her life. This is a good Kiriko who is not allowed to, you know, do damage. Like they're losing so much because this Kiriko just has to hold her heal button. And this comes from just being, where is it? Just being on the right angle at the right time, and you know, forced out Suzu. She can't save anybody else. Like that pressure does so much, even though it doesn't feel like much. That was a really long rant, but yeah. I'm not gonna take too much longer. This Reaper comes up to fight me. It's our boy Billy the Hanzo. He does his best, and honestly, I didn't do a great job, but same thing of just trying not to be in front of Reaper while he's looking at you.
Thank you kindly.
Reaper has no Wraith. Probably gonna drop on him. Yeah, I targeted Reaper because I knew he had no Wraith. I'm kind of in there deep now, more deep than I deserve to be, because I think at this point I'm just kind of lazy. I deserve to die. Yeah, I die. I think I screwed up a blink there, and I shouldn't have been that deep anyway. This is literally just the same thing. Coming in from an unexpected angle. Actually, this is just this. Alright, I'm forced to recall because Ana hits a couple nice shots. I'm on her, which is not great. I have one blink. I need to get to cover. That is the most important thing. So I blink to cover, blink into this room, there's a health pack, and I'm gonna get shot again. I have no recall. A couple blinks. But it's towards the end of the fight. So I'm just going from one side to the other, but I'm always staying in cover. I notice at this moment, they're looking at me and they're too far away. I don't want to be here. So I duck back into cover and I blink behind them. This is more effective. Now this is a little bit better. Kiriko's getting forced out. I'm back in cover. I see Kiriko low, but I'm not going for her. I think the Ana is just too juicy right now. Now I know Ana's low, and this is where I'm going to reach. This is dangerous, but I've got my recall. And blinks, so no problem. And that's why it's important to keep your resources up when possible. Because you can use them for good opportunities instead of trying to force something.
Tired of me yet?
I think that's all.
Let us punish them.